Cats who served in famous wars. If you've ever crossed paths with a kitty on the warpath, you'll know that they can be a formidable opponent with razor-sharp claws, syringe-like fangs, and 9 lives, each one of them out for your blood. It should come as no surprise that cats around the world have served in military combat throughout human history. Sometimes as a willing participant, other times as stowaway to keep their owners company. Normally a close-guarded secret, now the cat's out of the bag. Want to find out which cutie combat kitties served in famous wars throughout history? Hey guys, welcome to Furry Feline Facts, a perfect catalog of cat stats. In today's video, we're going to find out which kitties earned their stripes, literally. This is cats who served in famous wars. If you're not already a follower of Furry Feline Facts, meow is the time to click that subscribe and notification bell. If you are, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, enough kidding around, it's meow or never. Cat mascots. The humble cat featured at Navy bases and other operational outposts throughout World War I and World War II way more than you may think. In fact, it was common to see cats running around a ginormous Navy ship, air bases, even deep in the trenches. They served as mascots and companions, but they were loved for their special little skill of catching and killing pests. On board Navy ships, cats were used to catch rats and protect the food supplies from being infested. Being a ship's mascot meant that cats even got to play a role in official ceremonies. Cats even found a home in the trenches of the Western Front, catching pesky vermin that ran rampant. Cats boosted morale for troops who were already living in a literal hell, providing a playmate, companionship, and a much-needed distraction from the atrocities going on around them. Petucci. Batuchi the Cat was born in the trenches of the Belgian army during World War I. A Belgian soldier, Lieutenant Lecaux, adopted him, and from that moment on, the pair were inseparable. When Lecaux was close to German lines, he discovered they were digging a new trench, so he began sketching the new trenches that the Germans were building. Hidden in a hole and completely engrossed by his drawings, he didn't realize that German soldiers were approaching. Hiding incredibly still in his hole, Lecaux heard a German troop say, "He's hiding in there." Startled by the voice, Petucci popped out onto a piece of timber and the patrolling Germans fired 2 shots at Lecaux's curious cat, but thankfully missed him. Laughing it off, the German soldiers carried on patrolling the area, leaving Lieutenant Lecaux in the hole cuddling his beloved Petucci. Talk about a close call. Able Seacar Simon. Did you know that animals that serve in wars can also earn medals and accolades for their all-important services? Well, it's true. The highest award an animal can achieve in England is the Dickens Medal, and a cat named Simon is the only cat that's ever been awarded the accolade. A 17-year-old crewman found Simon near the docks of Stonecutters Island in Hong Kong and snuck him aboard. Later on, the ship Simon was aboard was attacked by the Chinese. 19 men were killed and 27 wounded, but where was Simon? Well, he was hiding in the captain's cabin and was hit by 4 shards of shrapnel and suffered burns to his face. Days later, he was found badly injured and dehydrated. The crew moved him to sickbay and tended to his wounds. While recovering, Simon provided great comfort to other injured soldiers, and they happily accepted him into their ranks. In 2018, Simon was recognized for his service to king and country and awarded the Dickens Medal. Cats defeating the Egyptian army. It's common knowledge that Egyptians loved cats. They believed they were magical creatures that brought good luck to whoever owned one. They dressed them in jewels and fed them meals and treats fit for a king. This well-known fact was used against the Egyptians during a war with the Persians. The Persian army, knowing it was punishable by death for an Egyptian to kill a cat, unleashed thousands of cats onto the battlefield and painted images of cats on their shields. When the Egyptians saw the cats roaming around the battlefield, they simply surrendered to the Persian army, losing the war. Faith, the brave church cat. In 1936, a cat named Faith made her home at St. Augustine's Church in London. 4 years later, on September 6, 1940, the mother of one apparently had a funny feeling and moved her recently born kitten from the warm upper floors to the basement, just a day before London was hit by German air bombs. She and her kitten Panda were rescued from beneath the rubble by Father Henry Ross, and she was later awarded a special medal by the British Army for bravery, for steadfast courage in the Battle of London. Spies. Cats do have a suspicious look about them, but you'd have to be especially paranoid to accuse them of being a spy. But this did happen in World War I when English officers in the trenches believed that Germans had planted 2 cats in order to relay enemy messages across lines. The idea of a cat being able to relay messages is insane. and sadly, there's no records on the spy cats to find out whether or not they were actually spies. Bomb warners. Strangely, cats were used throughout World War II to warn their families of when a bomb is about to hit. Whether they can tell when there's atmospheric changes or just have a sixth sense about it, cats were extremely vital in warning a bomb's landing. Famously, a cat named Bomber could distinguish between British and German aircraft and would warn his family of the impending threat, saving their lives on multiple occasions. Crimean Tom. Sevastopol Tom, or Crimean Tom, was an accidental hero. In 1854, when British and French troops occupied the Russian port town of Sevastopol, Tom led the starving troops to hidden caches of food beneath the rubble, which had been hidden all along the waterfront by the Russian defenders. Though not an official military cat, Tom was adopted as a mascot by the grateful soldiers and was taken along to England when the troops were called back. Detecting gas. Tomcats are well known for their strong sense of smell, and this sense of smell was put to great use during war times. Cats that would roam around trenches would warn soldiers of gas attacks that would have serious consequences like explosions and fires if not detected. Unfortunately, the way cats would warn of the gas attacks is very sad, so if you're a cat lover, you've been warned. With their sense of smell being 14 times stronger than humans, many cats would smell the poisonous gas and succumb to the poisons far sooner than humans would. When cats in the trenches would start to drop like flies, the troops would know there's a gas attack coming and would put on their gas masks or move to a new area. Essentially, the cat's death would warn of impending gas attacks, so soldiers could prepare for the attack and survive. It's sad, I know, but without hero cats, so many more troops would have died. Unsinkable Sam. Oscar, or Unsinkable Sam as he was nicknamed, was an adorable black and white cat that earned a reputation as being a good luck charm on board Navy vessels. Originally, Oscar was owned by a crewman on board the German ship Bismarck during the Second World War. When Bismarck was destroyed by an English destroyer, only 115 crewmen survived out of the 2,100 crewmen on the ship, one of those being Oscar. The poor cat was found hours later clinging to a board by a British destroyer, the HMS Crossmark. British troops took Oscar in and made him one of their own. Soon after, HMAS Crossmark was severely damaged by a German torpedo. Luckily, Oscar survived again. He was brought to the shores of Gibraltar and nicknamed Unsinkable Sam. Moved to a new ship, the HMS Ark Royal, Unsinkable Sam again survived another sunken ship. But this would mark the end of Oscar's career on board Navy vessels. He was retired and sent back to the UK from Gibraltar, where he lived out the rest of his life. To date, Oscar is the only cat to have served on both sides of World War II. Well, there you have it. Next time you see a cat, make sure you stop and thank them for their service. This was Cats Who Served in Famous Wars. Thanks for making it to the end. If you're a cat person, don't be shy, hit that like button and let us know in the comments if there's any other cat content you want to see next. Make sure you subscribe to Furry Feline Facts, a perfect catalog of cat stats, and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of our pawsome content. See you next time.